This is a brand new F-150 with 705 horsepower that we call the Sleeper. Well, it's not technically a sleeper yet because this version is in bone stock form. You see, many years ago, I had this vision to create this awesome pickup truck with a ton of horsepower and a lot of acceleration. But doing it at a price point that doesn't absolutely kill you. And I think this is one of the best values on the market for an F-150 and 705 horsepower. But the problem we had though is, how in the world do you spec this vehicle out? How do you order one of these trucks? Well, TC Customs and Town & Country Ford have teamed up to create something very, very special. In fact, let me tell you what I mean. Years ago, I wanted to create some kind of a build-in price that would allow us to show you exactly what you could build for the money, make it easy for the person to say, yes, this is a smart idea, or no, this is not a smart idea. And if you like it, you can submit it over and make the ordering process extremely simple. Well, here we have a bone stock F-150, not a single thing's done to it. It's got a 5.0 V8, short cab, regular wheelbase, and quite frankly, it's the perfect chassis to build something crazy. So let's do this. Let's hop inside. I'm going to show you our brand new configurator, our build-in price for the new F-150 Sleeper. And all you have to do is go to f150sleeper.com. So let's go ahead and head inside and show you what that configurator looks like. And here we are in front of my computer. All you have to do is type in f150sleeper.com and it'll redirect you directly to our F-150 Sleeper build-in price page. Well, technically it's one step from that. The first thing you're going to notice that we have an entire section dedicated to everything about the F-150 Sleeper. As you see right here, you can click here and build and price your own. We're going to come to that in just a second. Or if you have any questions, you can just call us. The phone number's right there from the screen, and you can click on it and it'll dial you straight up. But what I love about this page is that it lines up everything as far as the vehicle is concerned, from the pricing to the options. It even gives you some really cool inspirational builds that we built right here at TC Customs. It's amazing to me that a lot of people have taken our images and our trucks and our builds and they're repurposing them for their own shop. That is how respected the team is here. But you can see the Roush Supercharger, all the details on that, 305 horsepower overstock gain. And it's insane the details that we've got on this. We spent a lot of time and effort building this particular page out. But yeah, it's a really, really slick little setup. You can see the mechanical features, what's included on the truck. And as you continue to scroll through here, which we're not going to show you everything for time's sake, but you can check that out on your own by going to the website. But take a look at this. We've got the entire build series. Now, there's no way that we could put every single truck that we've built on here. This is really just a small fraction of them. But to say that we've built hundreds of these, if not thousands of them, is not an over-exaggeration. We've built a ton of these. These are just happens to be some of the ones that we've got some of the best photos of. And you can see the photos just keep going and going and going. So the idea here, and you'll even see with this particular truck, that we don't just do lowering kits. We also do lift kits, leveling kits, whatever that you want. So even if you're looking for something specific that's not on the build-in price, there's a really good chance that we can help you with it. You can just pick up the phone and call us and we'll walk you through that process. But once you're here, you can actually click on that Build Your Own Sleeper Truck. Now, the very first thing you're going to see is a couple of things. You can learn some more about the program, but we just did that, so not really interested in that. But you can see Build Your Own. You click on that and it will take you straight down to the build-in price. But I'm going to manually scroll through here so that way you kind of get an idea of what it looks like on the screen. All right, so now here we are at the build-in price. And the very first thing you're going to notice is that all the prices are grayed out. They're blurred out. Why? Because I want you to check out the website yourself. When you go to the website, it's not going to be blurred out. You'll have everything right up front. I just want to we spend a lot of time on this website, so we want to give you an opportunity to go check it out and see the pricing for yourself. But what I love about it is you can actually change the colors of the vehicle and notice how the images change with it as well. Everything from the top left image is going to show you your stock image of what the truck looks like in stock form, but you also have a couple of other builds that are related to that specific color. Now, in addition to that, you've got your factory options up top, so you can check and uncheck the four-wheel drive option. And as you can notice, even though you can't see the exact price, it automatically will update the price as you select these options, just like a Ford factory build-in price is concerned. You can opt for the 103 or the 101A equipment group, which is what comes standard with it. You know what? Let's, for giggles and grins, let's go ahead and add the four-wheel drive option. Let's add the 103A equipment group. You might be asking yourself, what is included in the 103A? It's a couple of different things, but the main thing you're going to notice is chrome bumpers in the front and the rear. You've got platform running boards. You can check that option, but I'm not going to do that because we're going to lower the truck. You'll see in just a second. Tailgate step with a work surface, we really don't need that because the truck's going to be so low to the ground, you might not need help getting in and out of the vehicle. And then we also have your illuminated Ford badge. That is also an option. Not going to select that for right now. Now I'm going to scroll down into this next section where you can see some of the custom accessories that you can select on here. Once again, I want to reiterate that not everything we do is included on the build-in price, because otherwise that page would be 18 pages long. So if you got an idea, you want to run it past us, good chance we can probably help you with that. But once again, you can see here, you have the stock suspension is a $0 option. That's not blurred out, obviously, because it's included in the factory truck. But if you click on the Ride Tech, it'll automatically hit you with an extra drop down with some of the options you can upgrade on Ride Tech. Now, keep in mind, we also carry Beltec and a lot of the other companies out there. So once again, this is just the most popular setup that we do and the options that you can select here. So you know what, I want to do the traction bar kit so that way I get some extra, I don't have to worry about wheel hop as much. You could select that option. Rear sway bar kit if you're going to be doing hard cornering in the vehicle. Air assist load leveling kit, you can do all of that. You know what, I'm going to leave those options off. I just want to do the Ride Tech lowering kit, which lowers at 3 inches in the front and 5.5 inches in the rear. All right, so the next up, what do we want to do as far as wheels are concerned? You can do a 20-inch wheel. Now, there's so many different wheels out there on the market, and there's so many different versions that we carry. We carry some crazy, like 35,000 different wheels. It's impossible to give that to you, like coding-wise, on this website. So what we did is we just priced a set of niche wheels. And if you want to do a set of 20-inch niche wheels, the price is going to be right there in front of you once you're on the web page, not in here. But you can come in here, say 22s, 24s, whatever you want to do. For the sake of this video, we're going to do 20s. Now we're going to scroll down a little bit further, and you can see there's even more custom accessories, like the Roush Supercharger, which is, by the way, we're one of the largest Roush Supercharger dealers in the world. That's crazy to me. I was talking to my friends over at Roush Performance the other day, and they were like, hey, do you realize how many Superchargers you've sold? You know you're doing something when, when Roush Performance is telling you how many Superchargers that we're selling. So once again, huge thank you to every one of you that have ever bought one of these trucks from us, but also huge thanks to Roush Performance for actually taking care of your customers. Y'all do a great job. We appreciate that. Custom leather seats. Now, this can actually vary as far as price is concerned. And so you'll actually see a disclosure down here that says the leather pricing includes black leather with TC headrest embroidery. You also have some additional colors and stitching patterns available, but you might have to pay a little bit extra. Once again, there's kind of unlimited options on what you wanted to do with the leather, so we just had to put a number in there and then, just kind of go off of that. So once again, if you got something very specific in mind, go ahead and fill out the build-in price and then just let us know in the comments in a second what you're kind of thinking, and we can kind of go from there. Now, you'll also notice that there is a custom paint option. There is no price on that one because it says price varies. Why does the price vary? Well, well, that depends. Do you want just the handles, door handles painted? Do you want just the bumpers painted? Do you want just the grill painted? Do you want just the mirror caps painted? And there's a lot of different variations on that. So we didn't put a price point on that, but you could check that. And then once that build-in price comes over, our team will see that and we can tell you exactly what it would cost for your specific situation. But you know what, let's just leave that off for right now. MBRP exhaust. Once again, we sell all the exhausts on the market, just about. Almost every single one of them. MBRP happens to be the #1 seller, so there you go. That's what we have for you. Now, you also have a Willwood Big Brake Kit, which is nasty. We had a guy that just came back from Louisiana, I think, and he's getting his Willwood brake kit installed as I speak right now, so that's pretty cool. But you can select that option or go back to the stock brakes, and you can always add that stuff later if you want to. You can add a spray in bed liner or not, and then you can also add a Ford trifold bed cover, roll and lock. But once again, we're a dealer for all of them, so if there's something that you want that's not included here, you can do that. Now, down here, you might have a question. Okay, so what are we doing here? So you want to get a detailed price breakdown of this build. Now, so what you would want to do is you would just fill in your information, put your email address, your phone number, and your zip code, which we would use. That way we can get you an exact quote on sales taxes. But basically what that'll do is that'll do two things. Number one, it'll send you a copy of your build and price. So that way you can have it for your own records. It'll also send you the price that you can see when you're actually live on the website. So we don't hide anything behind the wall. You can find out what it is and not even submit your information. That's okay. But if you want to get more details as far as anything is concerned here, including sales tax and what the out-the-door pricing would be, just fill out the build and price and submit it. It'll send you a copy, and it'll send a copy to our team where we can work through with it. But once you do that, you just click on Send My Build, and it'll send that to your email. Now, let's do this. Let's take a look at exactly what this truck looks like when it's all said and done. Just to recap, we are looking at an Iconic Silver. Let's do that one. Let's do Iconic Silver, same color that we looked at just a second ago in person. We're going to select that four-wheel drive 103 equipment group, the RideTech suspension system. Now, these are once again quoted for niche wheels, but I've got something special for you on that as well. Let's go take a look. And here she is, the final product with the TC Customs keychain as well. But take a look at this little thing. It looks amazing. Regular cab silver as we had in the build and price. Once again, the chrome front bumpers look fantastic, but only in certain situations. And I do think it works well with the weld wheels. Now, the weld wheels are an upgrade from the normal wheels that we have priced on the website, because welds are, generally speaking, a little bit more expensive. But look at that machined look and how it matches up to the chrome bumpers beautifully. You've got the TC Customs emblem inside of that front fender vent, which I think looks fantastic as well. And look at that 3.5 drop is absolutely dead level. Maybe a little bit not level, but it is about as close as one can get. But it looks fantastic. Four-wheel drive option, as you see right there. Got the TC Customs badge. It gives you at least 5 extra horsepower. And the welds back here, and one of my favorites, the MBRP exhaust. Let's go ahead and take a listen. Such a good sounding exhaust. I think MBRP absolutely nailed it. But one of the other reasons that I think it sounds so good is what's underneath the hood. And here is the naturally aspirated 5.0 V8. Now, as I've mentioned to you, we've got plenty of options with superchargers with the Roush 705 horsepower, but this one, believe it or not, is naturally aspirated, which brings up a fantastic point. To buy an F-150 Sleeper, technically speaking, you don't actually have to have it supercharged if you don't want to. Now, you can get it built and customized with just the supercharger and nothing else, or you can get everything else and leave it stock as far as the engine is concerned. That's the beautiful thing about the Sleeper program, is you don't have to go with the supercharger, just like you did in this one. Now, let's take a look at a truck with the supercharger already added. And check this out. We've got a regular cab lifted with a BDS lift kit. Looks so sick. That one's available. And once again, just another proof that we can do more than just lower these trucks. And I know this is an F-150 Sleeper video, but take a look at this cool TC Customs Bronco. Another cool TC Customs Bronco, lift kit, wheels, tires, 37s. But this this is what I wanted to show you. Look at this. Okay, you can see that illuminated badge and how cool that thing looks, especially as the sun is starting to go down. But take a look at this. This one is Atlas blue. You've got these beautiful Vossen wheels, and take a look at this. Some of that paint match that we were talking about earlier, paint match mirror caps. You've got the paint match front bumper, and if you can't see what I'm talking about, take a look at how that is blue on the bottom part next to one that is not. So a very big difference between those two. And as I come around the back side, you can see you've got the bed cover back here, and you've got the paint match rear bumper, not a paint match rear bumper. So pretty big, obvious difference. And once again, this is, we're also a Roush performance dealer, Roush Little Nightmare as well. You could call us the king of the super cabs if you wanted to, but let's take a look underneath the hood of one of these to show you what that Supercharger looks like. And here she goes, Roush Supercharger, 705 horsepower. As you can see, there's your Supercharger pulley, which is basically turning the gears inside of here, which forces air to get sucked into the intake all the way into the Supercharger. They compress it, stick it into the motor, just in case you didn't know how a Supercharger works. And because you're putting so much more air in the motor, it means you can put more fuel in the motor. When you have more air, more fuel, bigger, boom, more horsepower. That's where that 305 horsepower increase comes into play. And so with that being said, I want to know from you, what do you think about our F-150 Sleeper program? Once again, I appreciate every single person that's been on this ride with us in the past, and just wanted to say thank you for checking out F150Sleeper.com or TCcustoms.com. Both of those sites will take you straight to the building price. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions and you don't want to go to the website, you can call us. The phone number is right there on the screen. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Peace.
Okay.